Landing a great emotional moment is hard. It's extremely satisfying when a show pulls it off, and yet there are so many ways for it to go wrong. One way is simply trying too hard to force the emotions, dialing things up to 11 when less would have been more. Take Star Trek Picard Season 2. I'm about to get into spoilers if you haven't seen it yet, so you've been spoiler warned. The season finale wants to have a big emotional send-off for Q. But the show doesn't properly utilize Q in earlier episodes, and then it seems to suddenly overcompensate in the finale. Toward the end, Q reveals that he's dying, and he's dying alone. He doesn't want Picard to die alone. So Q has orchestrated events to give his favorite human some emotional closure to prevent such an ending for Picard. This is not a bad idea, but the execution didn't work for me, especially in Q's final scene. As the dying Q gives his final bequeathal, sending Picard and his friends home, Jean-Luc Picard hugs Q. It's supposed to be touching, and maybe it worked for some people, this is certainly subjective, but for me, all I could think was that Picard would not hug Q, and definitely not a long, lingering hug. Picard might hug Guinan or Dr. Crusher, maybe even Riker at this point in their lives.
Dad!
But not Q. What Picard might do is give Q a firm handshake and a nod of respect. That small but sincere gesture after so many years of antagonism could have been so much more meaningful than a great big embrace.
Thank you.
For what?
You had a hand in helping me get out of this.
Let's even go a bit further. If the season was supposed to be building up to this emotional farewell, why not make the whole season all about the relationship between Picard and Q? Sideline the new characters and just focus on old man Picard and a dying Q trapped in the past. Have Picard trying to find a way home while also trying not to strangle Q. Have it be a fish out of water buddy comedy sort of thing, during which these two old souls come to appreciate the role they played in each other's lives, despite how much they may grate on each other from time to time. And instead of the 2020s, have them stuck in the early 90s, go all in on the nostalgia factor, and have fun with it. And during the course of these enjoyable adventures in an unfamiliar environment, the show could properly set up that emotional payoff, which still should not involve any hugging. But maybe I'm wrong, and Star Trek has really been in dire need of more hugging all along. In any event, thank you for listening.